Yo, what is going on, you guys? My name is Orion Tech Tips, and in today's video we will be building the next tier up. So this will be our $1,500 gaming PC build. Now this is a more high-end build. This will actually be able to play pretty much all current titles at good settings. You'll get well above 60, even over 100 frames per second. And yeah, great PC. This can do edit videos, live stream. This isn't an overkill system though, so in terms of like gaming, if you are playing pretty much any title, any AAA title, I guess, it will use all of this power. So it's not like this is an overkill system, but it still has plenty of power to play most AAA titles at good settings, at a good frame rate, as well as video editing, which I guess our last ones weren't so good at. This one can do that. So this is probably a very good value PC in terms of providing the right power but not being overkill, and certainly at a good budget of $1,500 US dollars, I should specify. And yes, I know cryptocurrency is still pretty bad in terms of Ethereum mining. I do want to mention that, and that's why we aren't getting the best value, but I still, people still ask me in terms of, do PC builds. I held off on it for a long time, but, we'll do a few more, and then we can get back to gaming. So yeah, I guess kicking it off for our CPU, we have our AMD Ryzen 7 3700X for $286. This is a 8-core, 16-thread CPU, base clock at 3.6 and boost clock of 4.7 gigahertz, or I guess it looks like a core clock of 3.9 and then 4.7 with the boost clock. TDP 65 watts. It does include a very, very, very nice stock cooler with RGB. It is very nice. However, we will actually be using the reason why I am saying how amazing the stock cooler is with the Ryzen 7 3700X is because I've actually had the honor of building with this. I actually even did some overclocking, and it did an amazing job, and it also looks amazing. However, we'll be replacing it with an even better cooler, which will be the Be Quiet Darkrock Pro 4 CPU cooler. Now, of course, if you do want to save the $85, that is fine. You can just get rid of this and use this included stock cooler. However, this you can do even more overclocking. So very, very nice. And then for our motherboard, we have the MSI B550-A Pro ATX AM4 motherboard. For $130, that is a very nice board. I believe it does support up to 128 gigabytes of RAM at 4400 megahertz. We're not going to be utilizing that. However, I am going to do another high-end. I'm going to do a high-end, coming in the future, a high-end gaming PC build that's not going to be overkill, but it still is going to be for 4K premium luxury gaming. And then after that, I will be doing a video in terms of pre-built systems at all the different, budget, mid-range, high-end, and then premium tier pre-built. So those are the next two videos I have planned, and then after that, I guess we'll just see what content I post. Okay, I took a little bit of break, and now we're back. So I believe we're discussing the motherboard, so now let's go on to the RAM. So for the RAM, we have G.Skillz Ripjaws 32 gigabytes at 3200 megahertz CL16 memory. Of course, at DDR4. Yeah, 3200. So yeah, 216 gigs, 32 gigabytes of RAM. You can actually, I mean, you could buy 2 of these, get 64, but I mean, for this build, it wouldn't really make any sense. So 32 gigabytes is good. It's what I recommend for gaming, because your computer will definitely use more than 60 gigabytes of RAM, but it won't use more than 64 gigabytes of RAM for gaming. So 32 is that sweet spot, and yes, I know there is people that's going to say, well, 16 is more than enough, and no, like, there's people that's going to say, well, 64 gigabytes isn't enough. But no, guys, 32 is, I mean, yeah, perfect for gaming at pretty much all resolutions. Of course, if you're gaming at 8K, which, I mean, if you're looking at this build, you're probably not gaming at 8K. You just want to stick to the one, like, more the mainstream resolutions. So yeah, guys, 32 gigabytes of RAM, and then of course you can overclock it if you want to. Yeah, so okay, for storage, we have a Western Digital Blue M.2 NVMe solid state drive, 500 gigabytes. Now, I would say just install Windows, your browser, your editing software, and then if you want to install, I guess, a few other things, and then, like, other than, like, Windows and then a few key applications, I'd say then just leave that blank, and then everything else I would recommend installing in your mass, spinning disk, which is, yeah, it is a 7200 RPM 3.5 inch Seagate 4 terabyte internal hard drive. So this should be enough for games, and I guess I'm not going to lie to you guys, I have 4 terabytes of hard drive storage, and I do definitely struggle, so I may be getting another 4 terabyte drive just to install some more games. But I also record videos and do some other stuff as well, so maybe that's why. So 4 terabytes, sorry. So I guess 4.5 terabytes in total, but I guess your games, you will get 4 terabytes for, like, games. Yeah, it should be enough, depending on how many games you actually play, but, you know, you can always upgrade your storage down the line. So yeah, anyway, and then for our GPU, or our graphics card video card, we are going with the MSI GeForce RTX 3060. I almost said 2060 because I keep getting mixed up between the two. But yeah, no, the 3060 is definitely an upgrade from the 2060. Instead of 6 gigabytes of GDDR6, you're getting 12 gigabytes of GDDR6. And a common question that gets asked a lot, not only to me, but just in the internet in general, is why does the RTX 3060 have 12 gigabytes of VRAM, and why does the RTX 3070 only have 8 gigabytes of VRAM? And I do agree that is really weird. I mean, I think, like, at the least, they should both have 12 gigabytes of VRAM. But the reason that, like, I guess NVIDIA gives you is and I guess this is a fact, is the GeForce 3060 has GDDR6 VRAM, but then the 3070 has GDDR6X VRAM, which is faster. But I still think, like, why they should both be 12 gigabyte cards, because the layout that they do it with the 3060 having more VRAM than 3070, it is so confusing, and I just don't understand it at all. So yeah, there, I guess there's that. And for $534, that is certainly above MSRP, but it's not as bad as I've seen before. I mean, I've seen like the RX 580, which is substantially weaker than the 3060, and it's like $150 more. I'm like, what? So yeah, guys, just get yourself a 3060, not like a 580, or like some other cards, that are more expensive but less powerful. I don't really understand that, but yeah, so right now you can snatch this up for only $535. Still expensive, but it's not as crazy as I've seen other GPUs. Okay, and then for the case and the power supply, for the egg cards, and these are personal preference, I just threw in the Be Quiet Pure Base 600 ATX mid tower case. Be Quiet, so like it should be like it is for $80. I mean, it's not a bad case. Do they provide? Oh yes, that's the only thing. So I mean, yeah, not a bad case. I personally, like, when I am building systems for myself, and I know other people are different, but I do not care, like, I just get, like, the cheapest case, because, like, I never really even look at it, so I just get the cheapest case, and then I spend more money on the GPU, the CPU, and the RAM, because those are the parts that actually impact performance. So yeah, I mean, $80 for a case, not bad. You can always spend more, but then you either have to spend more money or then sacrifice performance, which you probably don't want. And then for the power supply, we're going with the Corsair RM 750 80 plus gold fully modular. This is a very, very premium power supply. Just fully modular. You can unconnect all the cables or only use the cables that you need. Not semi-modular like some other builds. Fully modular, so you will have a very, very clean looking cable management. And then for total, for this, yeah, this comes out to $1,559.74, and you have to pay 1 cent for shipping. That is the cheapest other than free shipping. This is the cheapest shipping I've seen. Very strange, but okay. So this will conclude it for our $1,500 PC build. Best bang for your buck, I definitely think. And once again, I did get a comment asking about pre-built systems, and I will be doing that shortly. I will be doing a high-end gaming system, and then the video after that will be pre-builts. Okay, anyway, guys, make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, turn on that post notification bell, so you will be sure when I do the upcoming videos. Until next time, I will see you all in the next video. Thank you so much. Peace out.